Street girl.
I don't watch a lot of TV like at all.
Gotta do something with numbers.
It helps to LaTanya over there.
Hey, I feel like we're missing someone. Oh, there she is. Okay. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Candid Conversations Girl Talk. Hi. It's gonna be real candid tonight because I left my phone out of my reach, so I'm gonna have to stand up at some point to grab it. But anyway, let me introduce the Girl Talk panel. This is season 8, and I'm going to go around the screen. So first up is Dawn B. Good evening, Dawn B. How are you?
I'm amazing. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome to Candid Conversations, and I have no volume. Let's see how this works. Okay, I'm on a new computer. All right. And now I can't see you all. What did I do? I'm so sorry. Okay, next up is Monique. Good evening, Monique. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Hanging in there. Let's see. Okay, I think my lighting it'll get better. It has to. Okay. And up next is LaTanya. Good evening, LaTanya. How are you this evening?
Good evening.
You good?
I'm good.
I can hear you.
You can't hear me?
No.
We can hear you.
I can see your mouth moving.
You can hear me? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can hear her?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I can hear her. You guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you too.
Yes, we hear you.
I can't hear anyone. Let's see. Okay, hello?
Yeah.
Hey.
Hi.
You guys can hear me? That was weird. Okay, I can hear you now.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening. Okay, so and sorry, last but not least, Taryn has joined us tonight. She's going to be doing our spotlight on money. How are you doing, Taryn?
Hey, I'm doing well.
That's
Happy
good.
to be here.
Well, I'm glad. Okay, so we have started something new on Candid Conversations Girl Talk. So it's not exactly the same where the previous seasons where we had what was it, a question, a scenario, or a personal truth. So now we just have really just questions and spin the wheel and conversation, right? It's kind of laid back. It's not an hour, it's only 30 minutes. So we're just going to jump right into the conversation. So can we get our wheel? Oh, wait, before we do the wheel, you're supposed to show a question. We decided to change it, right? Last week when we talked, we thought it was better to show the question first.
Yep.
And then, haha, you get the question. Okay, show the question first. We're trying something new. Thank you, audience, for your patience. Okay, so the question is, what are some reasons why a man won't touch his woman in bed? So panel, ponder that for a second, and let's see.
Please don't give it to me.
I don't know.
Give it to Don.
Dog for sure.
Oh.
What are the odds? Okay, I really wasn't expecting it to be me.
5-1.
Right. Thank you for that mathematical clarification.
Is it wrong?
Okay. Okay, can you show the question one more time?
See?
Give me some time to process. All right. What are some reasons why a man won't touch his woman in bed? I would have to say he is already asleep.
Gay.
I'm so glad I didn't get that question. I was going to choose the latter, but that's
That's the only reason. No, because if you asleep, what does that mean? Nothing. They're gonna wake you up. Yeah, he's already asleep. That's all I
know.
can
That's what I don't know. Okay, it said name reasons why he wouldn't touch her because he touched somebody else already.
Hello.
Yeah, that's my. I'm going with that one.
The latter.
Asleep is a nice, it's a nice, Disney type answer.
Yeah.
I love that.
Well, that better be the only reason in my home.
Look, I'm with you. But what I was going to say was, because somebody else
Monique,
got
what you was gonna say, Terry?
Because he been touching on people already all day.
All day.
Oh, dang, all day.
And Mr. Man can't handle you this evening.
Right.
I feel like the
Sink is empty.
weekend had a line about this in one of
Oh.
his songs, in which he said that he had just messed with two people before he saw you. You know, so
Ooh, that's hurtful. Okay. Got it. Okay, next question. How important is your community to you? Do you volunteer at charities or do you have a charity?
Oh, don't give me that one either. Damn.
I think it's because you said something.
Can I trade it in? Isn't it like a truth or dare? I don't know. Give me a shot. I'll take a shot.
You don't have an answer?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I don't.
Does anybody else want to answer before we spin the wheel again? I mean, pull another question. I mean,
How important
okay.
is my community? My community is important. But right now, I don't have time to be out there on the block policing it. I'm not really a political charity person.
Mm.
I actually thought about it this weekend because I was sitting with an amazing group of women this weekend, and I was like, I might need to sit on the board or something.
Mm.
Just to say, I'm on the board.
oh.
Okay.
Look, now, so you said that this weekend. You did not want to answer the question. And your name, it automatically landed on you. So you gotta follow through.
It's something there, right? It's pulling me. It's pulling me. Yeah.
Look, now the audience has receipts. Dawn said.
I gotta figure it out. You know, I like when I hear it and see people, and you know, when women are doing things in the community and such.
Yeah, and such.
I'm like, how do they find out how to get on the board? Like, it's weird. So I did say I need to do some investigating.
Got it. Usually,
It's an additional sign to go investigate.
You got time to be out on the block policing, okay?
Because it's yo, people are crazy.
yeah, that's true.
It's too wild out here
Mm.
for the charities, for the community. I don't know.
Screaming.
It was on the block policing for me. I volunteer a lot, but I've never policed on the block, you know? So.
You know, because the neighborhood thing, like my dad used to be super involved. Like it was a liquor store one time right there on 87th in Marshville, and they would straight up sell to anybody. And then the community got together and shut them down. Like, you're not gonna be over here in this community with our young black kids. But they had a meeting all at the board. They was all on the board. And they used to have a meeting on Tuesdays up the street.
That's the key.
That board coming back up.
So,
board, right.
Before we move on to the next question, I do my favorite. Okay, my uncle is 11 now. Okay, so my favorite charity is the Ronald McDonald House, and that's because we stayed there when Maya was in the hospital right after she was born, and it was amazing. And so I just love that place. I think it was like $5 a day for rent, something like that. And they've like had different organizations come in and cook dinner for us and do art with the kids and do just different things. It really lifted a weight off of us as a family and what we were going through, while she was in the hospital. They do a really good job. So it's one that I trust. So it's one, you know what I mean? Like I have experience with them. I know that they do a good job, not just like when somebody's calling you like, hey, we're calling from, the Order of Police and we'd like your donation. Yeah, I don't know what you all do. But somebody might, but oh my word. Okay. I'm going to have to hold on for a second. Okay.
What was that, Ronald McDonald?
The question's getting a little serious now.
If your ex was on fire, what would you use to put him out? All right, whose question is that? It did what? Monique.
Excuse me.
See, this is where I feel like you're supposed to say like the right thing. Or
It's Candid Conversations.
I got a couple exes names you can put in the hat, and I ain't got nothing but gasoline for them. That's all I'm saying. Like, yeah, burn real bad, like real bad, and I have no remorse about it. Like, I don't.
Dang, but I feel you.
But wait, what was the question? If your ex was on fire,
Would you set him on fire more?
What would you use?
If your ex was on fire, what would you use to put him out?
Would you?
she would use gasoline to put him out. Oh my god, man!
That's just gonna have to burn out, huh?
I like that. People not do me. Why would I waste my water on people who ain't do me no good? Got a little gasoline for you though.
I mean,
Okay. Nobody else wants to chime in.
No, I would actually just use water.
Oh, you had a nice ex.
I'm friends with a few of my exes.
I ain't friends. First of all, I'm not even gonna be around him when he's on fire. So obviously somebody else.
I can't even think of an ex.
Yeah, I can't think of anyone that I dislike that. There is one that I would definitely use full 93 premium gasoline.
Okay.
But
I think I would use saran wrap.
Every ex, but some of them kind of deserve a little extra fire.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Like, I forgot I do have a real life ex. What am I talking about? I think I would use aluminum foil so I can keep the heat in.
That's terrible.
Yes, but outside of that, water definitely. I don't dislike people like that.
You know what I think would be good? Like a big, heavy Italian rug. I'll put it out.
And roll him up in it.
Roll him up in it. Yeah, the fire's gonna go out. Eventually. I mean,
air freshener might make it flame up a little more. I don't know.
All right. Okay, next question. Oh, I missed what Seashell's Prosperity said.
It's a fire extinguisher.
Oh, that's nice.
That's kind.
Bless you.
That is kind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I probably
Someone else said
water, to be honest, but the rug sounded fun. Someone else said what?
But why you not being with them should be torture.
But why?
You know what?
I mean, yeah.
I don't want to discuss it.
Right.
Everyone doesn't deserve the 93 premium, but
let's just say different strokes.
There is one.
You're saying they're already suffering because they're not with you?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, again, that's all cute or whatever, but like sometimes karma not like spinning the block quick enough, and you just, I don't know. I'm gonna just sip my tea though. Okay, yeah.
All right, next question. What is one thing that can strengthen a relationship? Oh, this is an easy one. Spin the wheel. It is. It's not on my screen. LaTanya.
I feel like this is
Money, sex, and communication.
Dang, they said one thing. You had
I mean, you sent the question out to them before the show started.
No, I just read it and I was like, this is my answer.
No brainers. It's okay.
That's great. Yeah, it was very good. It flowed like beautifully.
Yeah.
And
very
that's one thing.
It was all one. Yeah,
It's a package. It's a package deal.
Okay.
It's a bundle. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay, we're ready for the next question, I guess. Okay, what is the pettiest reason you won't date someone?
Oh my God, it just happened to me.
I want Don to answer.
You called it. All right, Don, it's on you.
It's so petty. Like, I don't know if I feel like it's not even it's kind of shallow. It's like, oh my God. And he was so handsome.
What was wrong?
What was wrong then?
This whole outfit.
For a one-piece coverall.
A thing. I don't even, it was like one of those shirts. And then it had a little food. Oh,
that's not petty. I don't think that's petty.
But it was after the game, though. Like it was like hours, and we had been outside. But he showed up because he left the party. He went to see the game, so I guess he spit a little food. But his shirt was like it looked. I said, "Is that a JW shirt?" Like,
oh, JW, like back in Evergreen Park, Evergreen Plaza.
Yes, like you know those cheap polos that kind of had a strap. Oh my! I was like
you can see through it. It's so thin.
I was like, he's so handsome though. But you can't have that shirt on with like Gucci sneakers.
Mm-hmm.
Did he have that?
Led me to believe them Gucci's wasn't real.
Oh, what?
So I can see how you can think that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I don't know if you guys saw, like, if you guys have watched, I've rewatched Girlfriends a couple of times, and there was a specific episode where Joan was dating this guy, and she really liked him, but she refused to continue dating him because she found out that he wore a girdle because he was thicker than a Snicker.
Oh yeah,
I remember that.
Childbearing hips.
From outside of that, I was like, I never thought that I had a reason. I'd be like, no, I can't. Listen, I'm not saying. Look, I'm just saying I can't do it. You can't be walking around here. I can't do it.
I've never even seen that. When I saw that, I was like, does that really happen? I never met.
Yes, I saw a DJ. He was so fine in New York. DJ Plus. I'm not gonna say his name because it might come out. Every Tuesday we used to go, right? Boom, he'd be get. And one Tuesday he came from behind the DJ table, the booth. He had childbearing hips. I could not believe how trippy he was.
That
You say he came from behind that DJ booth like Shakira. My hips don't lie.
Yeah, he came from behind that table looking like a bad bitch.
You just can't. It's only supposed to be one of those relationships, and it cannot be you. That's all I'm saying.
I'm like, okay, sis.
Okay, sis.
And it's petty because it's one of those things that like they can't help how they're genetically.
Right. Nothing you can do about it.
It's just like, I'm sorry, boo. Like, I can't.
No.
But
Hey,
see,
that goes along with that question we had last week when it's time to go to the gym. Because I've seen people, I've seen guys who were thick in the hips and they actually lost weight and it completely transformed. Like,
really,
you wouldn't believe, like they were really curvy.
I don't know. I'm
big guys and lost a lot of weight and they're regular now.
Nope.
Okay. I didn't know that. I would have figured that if that was his shape, that was his shape.
That's what I was.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's the extra weight. It's the extra weight.
This dude, I think that was he was a decent size.
Thick in all the right spots.
I don't want to say who. I don't want to say anything, but
Don. So he wasn't overweight, Don.
No, he was a nice sized guy. He's tall. He's about 6'4".
Oh.
From the back, you thinking, little mama. Like, see, I can't do that. That's crazy.
I cannot. I'm trying to picture this in my head. It is not adding up.
Talking about just Google and ask Google what episode of Girlfriends it is, and just watched that one episode of Girlfriends. Joan was like so feeling this dude and was like,
"Oh no, I have Netflix has Girlfriends now, so I've seen it. I'm trying to picture this 6-foot guy who's not overweight with these hips.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
trying to. He was a regular sized guy. With them hips, he was a big booty man. As Mama Mitchell said, big booty ass man wear a long shirt.
Everybody knows. Karen, you didn't get a question right.
Not yet.
Is it petty? Okay, guys, is it petty that I won't talk? Like, we had a great conversation. This was just yesterday.
You gotta wait a minute.
His shirt.
Oh, that was the shirt guy. He had a great conversation. He was handsome, but the shirt.
The day before, I saw him at a party, but it was my birthday, so I was wasted. So I didn't want to have a conversation. He had a nice shirt on at the party.
Got it. Mm-hmm. So where did you see him at with the not nice shirt on? Maybe he chooses.
No, he just wore his good outfit.
He said no.
Couldn't be in his wardrobe.
There's no excuse. Okay, got it.
I don't think that you're petty for that. It's not that you. I don't think it's like just the fact that he had this shirt on, but it's just it made him unattractive at that time. So like maybe if you see him again and he,
I feel like LaTanya is always back in the ladder. Do not listen to LaTanya. It's very much petty. Okay.
I don't think it's petty. That's a huge turnoff for somebody you don't know. You don't come out with this shirt and then you got a stain on it.
And then you got a stain, a whole stain.
I feel like
it's from Coda, Jinko back in the day. Maybe the plaza been knocked down, torn down, demolished.
Where did you eat it from, huh?
I feel like it's
exactly
man to change what he got on than to what was the question last week? To go to the gym, like it might be easy to be like, hey, can you not wear that shirt? I don't really like that shirt like that. Why? Like, I feel like that should be a complete deal breaker. It's just like I really don't like that shirt. Like,
you know what I wonder? I wonder if it's because of our age differences, right? Like maybe we put up with some stuff in our 20s, but in our 40s, look, dude, if you can't pick out a shirt or you can't shop in a place like I mean, I'm not saying. I think when you're in your 20s, that you have other things on your mind. Like you're like, oh, I could buy him a shirt. You think like that. At 40, I'm like, why I gotta buy you a shirt? I'm gonna need you to know how to dress already.
No, that's not my thoughts. I'm not buying you a shirt, but I will tell you that I don't like that shirt you got on. Like it's not. It's not.
You're gonna assist him, right? You're giving him some help.
You know what? And it's just really not my favorite. Like
I don't know him. I just met him.
I think I feel like I would give him a couple of chances. So like if the first time he was in a nice shirt, right? The first time you saw him, the shirt was cool.
It was cool. It was a cool little zip-up jacket.
All right. See, look, styling. All right. So then the next time the shirt was not, everybody has a bad day. It could have just been a bad day. And then if it's on the third time and you still looking crazy, that's when I'm gonna be like, yeah, that's all right. Like I can't be standing next to you. I look too good.
When I first met you, I liked that. That was nice. Like, where's that?
Yeah, I said it last night, but okay, stand by. I'll let you guys know.
Who did not get a turn? Because I want to see if
I'll stand by. I'll let you guys know.
Karen's the only one.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I can't wait to hear that.
Okay. What's the next question? Would you rather be loved by a man or respected by a man? Please explain your answer. Okay, let me ignore my facial expressions.
Oh, good. I don't automatically have to answer. Well, here we are.
Well, the wheel chose you, so
I got chosen anyway. I'm from the land of both. So like, why can't I just have both? I would like to be loved and respected. It's not an either or for me. So
not for you, but that wasn't the question.
So I know, but I'm just trying to. I don't know which one. I guess I'll take respect over love. But this is also coming from somebody who's not really like the mushy type, lovey, romantic person in any relationship I've been in. So I'd much rather be respected. You know? So
got it.
Yeah.
I agree with Taryn. I got a bunch of people in my life who have kids that are like my age or plus or minus 5 years from my age. And they deal with a lot of drama from their baby's fathers because they love them, but they don't actually respect them. And I'm not like better than nobody, but I am out to like use your mistakes to make my life better.
Yeah.
And I am not interested in dealing with somebody who is crying, I love you, but treat me like shit. Like,
Yeah.
you got to come with that respect first, because that love don't mean nothing. And I actually just recently learned that people always say like, oh, I love you, so it doesn't matter. But when you're dating someone or a relationship, like, you need to like that person too. You can't just love them. Like, you need to like them, because if you don't, then it spills over and it's noticeable. So I don't need you to love me if you don't respect me, because if you respect me, then you'll get there.
I'm kind of like Taryn in the sense that I would choose love, but my love language is acts of service. And so respect is in there. So if you know what I mean? Like, if you don't respect me, I don't feel loved.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, that's not everybody's love language, and love means different things to different people. But for me, like, I would say love is the priority, because I feel like so many things fall in line with that. Like, if you love me, you're going to respect me. If you love me, you're going to, want to be kind to me. You're going to, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
my answer would be love.
Fear for like being love bombed. Like, people act like they really love you and they want to just like,
Yeah. I
but
get that.
I just feel like I'm against being love bombed and like trauma bonds. So if I had to choose, I would choose respect and hope that followed. Like,
yeah,
well,
I get
I think like I'm similar to you, Monique, in a way where like I've witnessed a lot of the opposite of people using love as an excuse, and I'm not with that. So I think that's also why I lean towards the respect part.
Got it.
But I'm also, acts of service is one of my top 2 love languages. So I get that as well.
Do we have we had any comments come in? Because I haven't seen anything flash across the screen.
You know, Seashells is over there.
Seashells,
she said, you are right, Monique.
Huh?
Miss Producer,
you are right.
Can you flash the comment? All right. So she said you were right. Who? Monique?
Monique, yep. Excuse me.
Define the love that you are crying and vowing you feel.
It came in too late.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I missed the comment. Okay. All right. Well, I forgot that we are only here for 30 minutes. And Taryn, you said you had a spotlight prepared.
Yeah, I have some money stuff ready to go.
All right. Well, let's give Taryn her spotlight so we can learn about some money, because it's never a bad thing to find out about some money, right? And what to do with it.
Hey, y'all. Hey. So I hope you've been enjoying our good girl talk today. I am T Money, and I am a financial coach that works with ambitious professional women and female CEOs to build the financial confidence to make millions. And so today, as we are about to go into what is formerly known as Q4, I have a few fall financial reset tips for us today. September often feels like the time when you're kind of getting back into your routine. Summer is sadly over. And so these are a few things that you can do to really prepare for these next 3 months to end the year. And so the first thing is that this is a great time to review and set your goals. So how close are you to the goals that you set at the beginning of 2023? Okay, this is a good time to think about what are those things that I can possibly do, or some next steps that are going to help me to either finish the ones that you haven't already reached, or get a little bit closer to those that you have set for yourself. And then this also plays into the next thing that I recommend, which is adjusting and reviewing your budget. So summer, I don't know about y'all, but for me, sometimes summer is when I kind of let loose, and I get a little bit less like, I don't know, restrictive when it comes to my budgeting and spending, right? And so it could be the same for you, or it could be based off of some things that you have coming up. And I'll get to the holiday stuff in just a second. But with adjusting your budget, this is a good time to look into like what are some changes you might want to make with your spending. Are there just certain things that you want to increase, right? Like your savings or investments. If you have the space to do that, that's a great time to start to make those adjustments. So adjusting your budget, reviewing that, seeing what changes you want to make. Maybe you want to move some money around in different places. The next thing is holiday plans. Okay, so whether it's traveling, gift giving, or even like a holiday bonus, you want to start to plan for the holiday season. This is a great time to do that. November is not the best time to do that. Okay, so this is a great time because proper preparation is going to keep more money in your pocket when it comes to the holidays. All right, this is when you'll see a lot of deals even on things like travel, so like flights. If you are going somewhere for the holiday season, this is a great time to look at that. And even around like August or so is good too. So if you want to plan for next year, but this is a good time to think about that. It's also a good time to collect or think about what you might want to gift people, or just start to put your holiday gifting budget together, right? So say you're looking at what you may have available to purchase holiday gifts. This could be this next month can be a good time to kind of stack that up, right? So to add to your savings, so that way we are enjoying a debt-free holiday season and not adding, more debt. Like we don't want to do that. It's not as much fun. There's less holiday cheer that way. So, you want to plan properly. The next thing here is that you probably some people will have an end of the year bonus. It's a good time to plan for that one as well, right? I highly recommend taking some of that bonus and having a good time. All right. Spend a little bit on yourself. Maybe even up to half of it, just what feels good for you, right? And what's aligned with the goals that you have. But take some of it and have fun because you did earn the bonus. So enjoy yourself. The other thing is that you can use the other half of it or the rest of it, right? Depending on how much you choose to spend on you, towards the goals that you have. So maybe you have a particular savings goal. Maybe you are paying off a certain amount of debt. Maybe you want to get started on something else that you have in mind for next year. Then you can use it and allocate the rest of the money that way. Okay, so that end of the year bonus, you want to plan for that as well. And then the last thing that I want to say here is that this is me giving you permission, if you feel like you need it, to fully show up as yourself during the season. You do not need to purchase to impress anybody. Okay. I know that this upcoming last 3 months of the year is like a big socializing time, right? Between all the holidays that we have coming up, there's a lot of time where you're going to see people that maybe you didn't always see or you don't normally see. You don't have to impress them. And even if they are people that you normally see, you don't have to impress them. Okay. And it's really not worth it, right, to do all of that and put yourself in a bad financial position. So if that means that, you're not buying the biggest gift ever, that's okay. All of that is okay. Show up fully as yourself. And this is coming from a financial coach who happily drives a 2014 Toyota Corolla. All right. Most wealthy people that you meet are very selective in what they spend lavishly on. Right. And I am the same way. I spend more money on travel and my trips and all of those things, right, than I do on the car that I'm driving when I am at home. And so it can be the same for you. And if somebody is trying to judge you for what you have or do not have, let it roll off your shoulder. Okay. Because at the end of the day, you're the one who goes home and deals with whatever bills you got to deal with, whatever goals that you set for yourself, so on and so forth. So make the best decisions for you and permission to fully be you. So those are my fall financial reset tips. That's the money spotlight.
Hi there. Sorry, I was looking at how not speedily we being added back to the screen. That was great. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. And some people probably needed to hear that.
Dawn, did you have a birthday this weekend? Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Dawn.
You're muted. Dawn, you're muted. No, Dawn.
Aisha, how was your birthday event?
Thank you.
Oh, well, mine was fun, but I was waiting to hear about Dawn's because Dawn.
Oh, I have nothing. I can't share.
Oh.
But you hear my voice is kind of missing almost.
Well, I know I called you and you were like, "Hey, Aisha, can't hear you. Thanks for calling. Thanks for wishing me happy birthday." I'm like, I haven't even said anything yet, but happy birthday, Dawn.
I'm like, why would I even answer the phone? I was
I said, I can see you're having a good time. You're like, okay, thank you, bye. And I was like, I don't think she heard anything.
I heard you.
You did? Oh, okay. Because it was loud. I was like, she was enjoying herself. Mine was fun. I did not win 90s hip hop trivia, so I was a little sad. We got knocked out in the second round. And had I held on to the third round, I really think we could have won that, because the third round I was answering all those. But I think we got knocked out. There was a question about naming all of the women, the lead women in Waiting to Exhale, and I could not remember Gloria's name for anything. I was like, Savannah, Robin, and Bernadette.
Yeah.
We only had 10 seconds to answer the question, so 10 seconds was up, so we missed that one. And there were like two in that second round that I was like, I cannot believe this. But it had to do with answering multiple answers. It wasn't like just one word answers. But anyway, I had a good time. The music was good. The backdrop was cute. And of course, I like, dressing up in my 90s. Well, I usually have 80s things, but I did go out and get some baggy pants. So I had fun. I think everybody that went had fun.
Yeah, it sounds like fun.
That's cool.
Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I love a good trivia.
Huh?
I say I love a good trivia.
Oh, yeah. Well, when I know the answers, I like it. It's not fun if I'm feeling there. Sitting there feeling stupid. Okay, so I wanted to do a scenario before we go, but our producer says she accidentally loaded something different. So I'm going to read from my phone. So it says, ladies, I have a question. My son is 24 years old and his dad never, ever did anything for him. He's seen him maybe 5 times. I put him on child support and he never paid. So it's up to $163,000. Let's say I received that check. Whose money is it? Mine or my son's? We had a debate about it, and I told him if he don't get his dollar sign out my face with this BS talking about it's all of his money. I said it's mine. I did everything for you, and if I decide to give you some, you better be happy. Was I wrong, or was he wrong?
It's even typical Black mom. Like, I'm not saying that this is how you guys are as parents, but it's given like typical Black mom. I gave you life. I'm taking care of you. Like, yeah, you gave me a life I didn't ask for. Like, okay, like,
well,
if you I brought you in this world, I'll take you out. And so I don't have kids, so I can't speak from the perspective of a parent, but from the perspective of a child, I feel like there should be a way to like break it down, because if that was my mom, knowing what my mom has been through, I wouldn't expect to absorb the entire amount, because you're my mom and we've been together and you have done things for me. But I feel like the whole, if I decide to, is kind of like a crazy, because legally it's technically the child's. Like,
no, it's not. Child support is not the child. It's to help you for those babies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I get child support, but I'm not giving it to them. Shit, I drive them to school every day. I feed them. I clothe them. Like, it's for me to use.
So you're saying that if your husband or your ex-husband was to pay off all the child support at one time, that would be your response? Like, if I feel like giving you something, I'll give you something. Like,
but my kids wouldn't even say nothing.
Yeah, right. I was gonna say, I don't even think that we would have that type of conversation, because probably in my mind, I'm thinking about what I can do for my child with $163,000. Right? I'm probably gonna invest in something, or you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Okay, okay. No, I would not say that if I feel like it. I would make it clear that
this was not a trust fund.
Yeah.
Right.
This is not an inheritance come in. This is what I have spent over the years. Remember that time where I didn't even have shoes, but you did?
Oh, wow. Yeah, moms make it happen, especially when they're struggling. Yeah.
But if I got, and you 24, get your grown ass out of my house.
But then this is my concern, because I don't know this again because I don't have kids. So at which point when that child crosses the threshold of being 18, who is the check going to be addressed to? Is it still addressed to the parent?
It stops at 18.
So the kid.
No, she's saying so. No, what? Because there is such a thing as back child support.
Yeah. So
you could receive a check at 24. That check will be in the mom's name.
Yeah, it's arrears.
Okay. Well,
it's for what he did not pay over the years.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
she probably spent that much, right? I mean, he's 24 in 18 years. I'm sure she spent probably more than $160,000.
I'm sure.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Taryn? I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, like, I feel like if there's something that the child is working, or the adult child is working towards at this point, like taking some of it to invest in that, I feel like is helpful, or something, to take part of it to help to invest in their ongoing financial success, I think is helpful. But use the rest of it, because you had to cover everything, as that parent. I just feel like there's a way that both can win without it being something without there being blame put onto the child, because I'm also from the philosophy of the child did not ask to be here. So blaming them for something that really had nothing to do with them, I believe, is unfair. So
wait, what is she blaming for?
No, just saying okay, so my point was the whole
child support is 20% max in Illinois. Meanwhile,
sometimes parents go oh, well, I raised you, I did this, I did that, but it's that's what you had to do because you brought me in this world,
I could have gave your ass up.
You could have, but you didn't. But since you
chose not to,
your responsibility. You didn't get my ass up, so I'm yours.
And this is true. But guess what? I did. See, I just think children need to realize, and you don't realize what it takes until you go through it. Because I remember saying something like, "Oh, I came on your pleasure, not mine." They got the mess knocked out of me. Why would I ever?
You didn't know any better at the time.
Because I was a foolish child, and then I got checked, and now I really, really understand. Still, okay, I did want you. You picked me as your mom.
Yeah, I think that child and their parents still whether they still live in the same house or not, that there should be a certain level of respect for your parents, to where it's not what you gonna give me. It's I'm just going to trust that you're going to do the right thing with it. And that's what it is. Because at the end of the day, like I said, I don't have kids, so I didn't know that regardless of if it was back pay, it would still come to the parent. So if it come in the parent name, what the hell can that kid say? What can you do? But as the parent has supported that child for so long, you may very well just do the same thing and give them some of that money, or like Terrence said, invest in them in some form or shape or way. I feel like it only comes up in households where parents are making it seem like they did the kids a favor. It's you didn't do me no favor. You literally could have aborted me, but you didn't.
Yeah. Well, your dad didn't do anything, so
right.
Well,
and that's what she said. He didn't pay anything ever. He never paid it. So they got him.
I did this. Now he's helping me. Look, you can get child support beyond 18 in Illinois. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. She said if they're in college, right? Enrolled in college. Let me see.
I'm gonna have to go back to the drawing board.
Oh, we were both trying to put it up at the same time. Child support.
Does it stop at 26? Because I know a lot of stuff normally stops at 26 for kids under their parents. So does that see at 26?
Let me figure this out, because I know insurance went up to 23, I think.
Health insurance, being able to add them as a dependent in most cases when you file taxes.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm getting all kinds of signals across. Are you all ready to close?
Oh, I guess we can wrap it up.
We're just having such a good time.
We are having such a good time and a good so this is the thing. So the audience is very welcome to chime in and let us know if you think 30 minutes.
Oh, so it doesn't matter what age. Sorry. That's what's up. Some
It
people
doesn't matter what age. So
they
they
could be in college for 10 years. Like no lie, I've known people to be in college for 10 years before they decided to graduate.
Oh, they have to apply before they turn 18. Oh no, you have to apply for child support before they turn 18.
Is it Yolande? Thank you for the information, girl.
Yeah.
Or Elon.
Okay, so what I was saying was, so this is new for us, trying to contain girl talk into 30 minutes, right? So we've gone 46 minutes, so you can see it's a struggle for us. But I would like the audience to let us know if they think 30 minutes is enough, or if 45, an hour, like what should we do here? We're trying to just make sure the conversation is going. Huh?
I'm talking about what y'all want. Y'all want us back for an hour or?
Yeah. So just let us know. Just let us know how it's going. But at this time, we have done what we set out to do. So everybody got a question. That was fun. We got our spotlight and we did our scenario and we all got to chime in on the scenario. So for now, we are done, but we do want to hear from the audience. And thank you, Seashells Prosperity and Elon James, for your comments. Oh, and Gail Rodriguez. Let's see, did anybody else chime in? Okay, those are the only names that I see, but there are a lot of comments. So I really appreciate you guys being a part of the conversation. And hopefully we will see you next week. Outro. Okay. Thank you for tuning in for Candid Conversations Girl Talk. We are glad that you joined us, and we do like to have fun and get into the conversation and talk about some fun things, maybe talk about some serious things. We just kind of let it flow, right? That's why it's called Candid Conversations. Be sure to tune in on Saturday morning. We have another boss chick. Her name is Dr. Shantina Gladney. And I don't think that's the right outro, producer. Thank you. So it's okay. That's the one from last week. That was a really good interview, though. Miyoshi Brown, if you'd like to tune in and see the replay of that. But anyway, this coming Saturday, it will be Dr. Shantina Gladney. She is the coach's coach. So she is a multimillionaire who helps other entrepreneurial women reach that level. So remember to know and embrace true love because you're worth it. And we will see you next Monday.